found her mom. Yes.
People have an incredible capacity for empathy. When you see someone in pain, you feel it too, even if you know they're a fictional character. That's kind of amazing. My roommates and I marathoned The Lord of the Rings Extended Edition. This is one of my roommates 11 hours into the trilogy. She wasn't the only one crying. I don't think there was a dry eye in the room. It really is a unifying experience to cry in a movie with someone, or even a whole audience of strangers. I think it's good, but why? Why do we get so invested in these characters? Maybe there's just something about seeing someone's face. I know I get way more annoyed at cars that cut me off in traffic than I do at people that bump into me on the sidewalk. I can't see the person in the car, so I don't connect to them as much. I can see Samwise Gamgee, and I do connect to him. It doesn't matter that I know it's an actor. The emotions he's portraying are real. It's hard to watch someone go through so much without getting a little teary-eyed.
This is how much I love you.
Film has changed the news for that reason. It's one thing to read a newspaper headline, but it's another thing entirely to see the suffering, to see the victims and the grieving families. When you read something, it's almost like it's up to you to decide how much you want to picture it, or if you want to let it just bounce off of you with little effect. It's a lot harder to do that once you've seen someone's face. In an article by Susan Sontag entitled Regarding the Pain of Others, she says, "Who are the we at whom such shock pictures are aimed? That we would include not just the sympathizers of a smallish nation or a stateless people fighting for its life, but a far larger constituency. Those only nominally concerned about some nasty war taking place in another country. The photographs are a means of making real, or more real, matters that the privileged and the merely safe might prefer to ignore." I didn't think too much about the Ebola outbreak until I heard one woman's experience in her own words. I heard her voice and I saw her picture. She became more real to me than she had been before. For all our talk about how technology and the media are driving people apart, they are also bringing us together. And yet, do we see so much footage of awful things on the news, in history class, and commercials asking you to donate to charity that we're at risk of becoming desensitized to it? This meme was popular when I was in high school. People at my school would post it with captions like, "So bad but so funny," or "I'm awful for laughing." I didn't think it was funny. Is it racism? Is it some subconscious idea that he doesn't look like me, so I don't have to think of him as an individual? I don't have to have empathy for him? Is it like when people tell Holocaust jokes? Is it a coping mechanism? Is it too hard to feel the pain in the world that we make a joke out of it to stop it from becoming too real? We've been talking about sad things. Let's watch Otis ride this turtle to shore for a minute. Isn't it great? Not all empathy is sad. Milo and Otis go through some tough stuff. It makes me really happy to see him just chilling on a turtle. I'm so glad that we practice empathy through stories. It's such a beautiful thing. As long as a lot of us still cry with Sam and Frodo and smile with Milo and Otis, I don't think we're becoming some kind of heartless dystopian society. If we can feel for people that aren't real, I don't think we'll stop feeling for those that are.
Not supposed to, so I'll just leave it here for you.
Such a beautiful place to be with friends. To be so happy to be with his friend, Harry Potter.
I'm glad to be with you, Samwise Gamgee. Here at the end of all things.